Glory to Ukraine, glory to brave Ukrainian army. Ukraine's fighting, Ukraine stands for the democracy of the whole world. Today I will show you the beauty of our Carpathian Mountains during winter. This winter current one, 2024-2026, it is very, very rich with snow and with very rich accumulation of snow. And I am, as usual, human, as usual person. Of course, I do have rose garden, but I do have also dreams. I do have plans. I do have maybe expectations and want to live my usual normal life. Although, as you all know, currently there is still war in Ukraine, war of Russia against Ukraine, war the terrorist state against our democratic country, our independent country. And I'm not sure whether you are familiar with this concept, but here we Ukrainians, especially who still lives in Ukraine and who did not quit Ukraine or became refugee, we have such feeling or something that we could not afford some joyful moments, some joyful trips, something like that. But it is such feeling is devastating, of course, because as I have mentioned at the beginning of my video, we are usual humans, we are usual persons, and of course with usual dreams and usual needs. And I have decided that it is time to make some trip, to do some trip, at least some trip to very close location from Lviv. It's 1+ hour drive by car, and it's very comfortable one. And this trip is not only about Carpathian Mountains, but also about ski. I love ski, and I was very active ski person prior to my first kid born. And it was pretty long ago, and after this birth, I have had a break, and I still have not returned to ski because this trip, which I am currently demonstrating to you, these views, these spectacular views, I was mostly walking and seeing these amazing pictures, amazing views, and of course taking care about my kids, about my 3 little ski lovers. I hope that they will love this activity, and from first visit of this ski, not resort, but ski at least point nearby Lviv, they express their desire to continue. So as I mentioned, I just wanted to show you that we do have not only gardens, not only rose or other flowers gardens, but we have here, of course, still there are places where we could drive, where we could go, and where we could see some relaxing views, where we could switch or change our maybe it's better to say change our concentration, our thoughts. I mean that not to think only about negative situations, negative scenarios for us, but also just to relax, just to think about these views and nothing else. And in addition, many people they do not have, still they do not have electricity for over 2 weeks, maybe some couple of hours for these 2 weeks they have had electricity, but there are still a lot of families, a lot of houses, flats, apartments, they still do not have electricity, gas, and all these basic supplies, basic accommodation needs, they are not closed for them because, of course, of this Russian aggression, because they are intentionally destroy our power generation facilities, our power generation points, and so on and so forth. And as a result, a lot of civilian people, they do not have any other way than to leave the city and try to find some accommodation to proceed their living, because winter is serious this year and we've had very serious frost, -18 through the nights, through the whole week, and then during the day it was also very cold, -11 and more. Celsius, yeah, yeah, 11 Celsius below zero. And of course, windy days with snow mixed with rain, snow, rain, winds, gusts, very, very severe ones. And of course, without any heat supply, this is impossible to survive in such conditions. So some of them have to also maybe flew their house and went to mountains, went to some villages outside the main bigger cities, and maybe not for relax, but just to survive, just to fulfill basic needs of of person to survive through the winter. But in addition, of course, from my situation is not so bad. I have autonomous power supply, autonomous water supply, autonomous heat supply. And of course, I also, my household, it's also impacted by power cutoffs, but they are not so long lasting and we could cope with them or with this situation. But still, we want to travel and we do not travel very often. This was the first our travel for this, first for the 5 years, or from the 2022. This was our first travel. Not even from the 2022, because previously we also did not travel because of small kids, and it's not very convenient to travel far with such small kids. But this travel, it was amazing. Weather was nice. Weather was perfect, as you could see even from the scenes, from the pictures. It was frosty, very frosty. And when sun was went out of skies, then weather became much more comfortable than without sun during the morning or in the evening. And here, this ski point, a lot of people know about it. A lot of people adore this view, as you can see on the picture, when snow is almost new one, untouchable one. After the previous day when the trucks they have prepared it for the next day for ski lovers and skateboard lovers. And even while you are walking through the snow and you know that you most probably will visit this ski point not far in the future, and you will do ski through this snow, you feel a lot of positive emotions even during walking through this very, very, I would say, untouchable snow. And on such resorts, on such points, on such in such hotels, there is, of course, there are activities for everyone, not even for persons who do not like skiing or do not want to learn how to ski. But you or every person could walk through this, could just sit down in some cafe with these spectacular views to see the beauty of the nature, how it's rich one, and how it could be in peaceful time when every person has aim in their life. We could plan, we could earn money, we could travel, but not when you have such neighbor as terrorist one, as Russian state, you could not plan. They plan everything instead of you, and not sure why they could not just live their life and let other nations live their life as they want, as they declared, while declaring their sovereignty. But yeah, this is a very rhetoric question. And Carpathian Mountains, and I am sure all the mountains in the world, or mostly all the mountains in the world, they cure, they heal, and even if you are pessimistic, with broken heart, with broken thoughts, with broken feelings, etc., etc., such viewing of such spectacular scenery, this viewing, it brings a lot of positive emotions, a lot of healing emotions, a lot of positive thoughts, a lot of optimistic thoughts instead of pessimistic. But reality, of course, reality is very drastic for us, and we are realistic rather than pessimistic, and reality is not very, very positive. But we believe, we trust, we believe in our army, we believe in our soldiers, we still believe in world, although it's very, very hard to believe in world, because you all see all this news, and how human life is does not worth anything, and Iran and all these protests in Iran, they demonstrated this once more, that human life, it's not in this aristocratic, in these dictators countries, it does not worth nothing. But we are fighting, we are standing, and we believe in future for us, and especially such scenery, especially such mornings, such frosty but sunny winter, very, very picturesque morning, they of course bring back some rays of hope back to us, and they maybe promote us to plan some new trips, think about vacations, think about summer vacations, think about seaside, etc. And especially, yes, think about positive, not negative. Thank you very much for watching, for listening, for supporting, for all your words of support. It's very, very necessary for us. And even if you are not, you could not afford to maybe join some our international funds that raise money for providing heat to our soldiers, but if you at least on the same way with us, you understand who is terrorist and who is victim, it's also worth much for us. Thank you very much. I think I will put some music here for you to hear, and want to thank you for all your activity, for all your support, and till the next video. Bye.